Overview training. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It is our Wednesday. I usually try to come on every single week. I've been teasing that I was going to come on and do training specifically on our illuminating kit. I'm very excited that we have it available. I also want to go live on Instagram, so hold with me real quick while I go live on our Save Brazil Instagram page today, just because there's so many people who have been asking me about the kit, what the kit's going to entail, why it's so important, why I really wanted to come on and really discuss this. So the Save Brazil Illuminating Treatment Kit is a professional service. We are going to have classes, so if you're close to a distributor and or educator, please reach out to a distributor or an educator to get training. I will not offer training on this outside of our location here. It will not be available online, and I will not be doing any classes at trade shows, specifically because anytime you're doing anything in the intimate area, bikini, Brazilian, backside, someone who has underarms, illuminating or correcting an evening skin tone takes a while. It's exciting because I did come out with our first two products, which was our Illuminating Enzyme along with our Illuminating Serum. We've actually been selling quite a bit of this serum. It's actually very potent. A lot of people are starting to realize that this really can really go any and everywhere. And it's really, really good for those people who do have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from ingrowns, from picking, from acne, or any kind of blackheads on the body. So I really did a very diligent job in wanting to really bring a specific product to help with that in specific areas. So this is not for the labia. This is not for anal bleaching. I don't really go that way. I don't believe that you should really be using strong ingredients in that area. The tissue is very delicate. But I do believe that when people have a lot of issues surrounding post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, especially if you're looking at underarms, if you're looking at the top mound, if you're looking at someone that has it on the cheeks, especially if they have butt acne, which is very common. If women have any kind of acne from boob or underneath the boob because they sweat. A lot of people want to have those areas to be even. They don't want it to be very dark, or they don't want the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation to continue to get darker. And that is really why I wanted to focus on this, because a lot of it does have to do with waxing, but a lot of it has to also do with the understanding of the skin. You know, we break down a lot of basic, and I do try to do a lot of basic understanding when it comes to what our clients are really wanting us to do for them. You can only get so far with over the, buying from you and using at home. What I wanted to do is kind of really give you a little bit of a boost, but also understand how potent this boost is going to be when you are looking at offering this as a service. So this is something you can do as a service. I did put the unboxing information in. If you saw it this morning, I showed exactly what's in the box. There are 6 treatments available and everything has been measured out. We do have our simple instructions here, but I would encourage you to take a class. The class really goes over everything in detail. There's a live demo. We also discuss how to really market this to your customers. We also really go over how to partner it with our retail items, such as our deodorant, which is very important for underarms. If you have been using this product, you'll definitely know it does even out the skin tone. Definitely with our bar in the jar, which also has lightening ingredients for illuminating and evening the skin tone, and our cleansing bar collection, which is very, very important because it does help balance the skin, the pH, everything. So I have a lot of supportive retail products for it, but I wanted to do something in the back bar just for the esthetician to really use in their treatment room. Now, here's a question I get all the time. Yes, you can use it immediately post-Brazilian, post-bikini. And that is really how I train on it as well. We did a class last week, which was absolutely amazing. My model came in and she was the model that morning, and I did the illuminating that night and that afternoon. A lot of people were very surprised that I did it all in the same service. A lot of our clients want that on the go. They don't want to have to come and get a service and then wait a week later and come back and get a different service. They want to have everything done at the same time. Now, the key to this, and the reason that I'm excited for it, is because I do have a specific layering technique that I use with all of these. So we have our, these are all one-time use. They're very, very cute. I'll go ahead and open up so you guys can see exactly what's in it. So when you get your illuminating serum, here you go. It's a one-time use. It does have a dropper, so you're going to use this for the front and back if you do decide to do the Brazilian, or you're going to split it up and use it underneath each underarm. You can spread it over the back. You can do it underneath the boob, whatever you're going to do. This is the illuminating serum in for you to use as the professional service. I also have our amazing and wonderful enzyme, which is our enzyme scrub. It does have jojoba beads in it as well. So we do have a lot of people who are excited for that. If you do have someone that's very sensitive, the enzyme is a great place to start them off. So we all know about enzymes. Enzymes really only treat and do work in the skin. So we don't have to worry about someone who's overusing it or someone who's going to have any kind of reaction. The enzymes are very basic. Gives you a little bit of a grit to it because there is jojoba beads in it. So a lot of people love that as well. But if they are just wanting to start very basic, you can just start them off with just this. They can use it every day in whatever area that they want to use it in, or if it's in the bikini or if it's in the chest, they can start with that and then work their way to the serum. So, you know, you have a lot of different options when you start talking about this. And the reason this is a perfect time to do this is because as we get closer to the sun and the time of summertime and springtime, people want to show their skin. So being able to offer this as a service, because it is something you're going to want to do every 2 weeks, you really want to get them on a schedule. So our illuminating enzyme also comes same way. It's a one-time use. It's a seal. These are all sealed, which is phenomenal. So when you open it up, you pop it, it'll have a little click, and then the seal will break off. You're going to apply this as your beginning start, and then we actually have our ingrown mask as well. So here's the key to the layering technique. I'll give a little bit of hints. You know, again, I say encourage to take a class. We have the illuminating serum has a combination of 8% alpha hydroxy, so both lactic and salicylic. We pair that with our ingrown mask in this as well. Our ingrown mask actually has a total of 13% alpha hydroxy and beta hydroxy combination. So we're layering all of those acids one on top of each other, one on top of each other, to really get the product to penetrate into the skin and the clay to pull out all of the stuff that we don't want it there. So you can have this be for your ingrown treatment. You can also do this for your illuminating. So it's a combination treatment of the both. But the key to a lot of it is the home care. So if they can't commit to using their home care products, I'm not going to offer this treatment. Now, with this, you do have your protocols. I do have everything spelled out here. So if you can read, you can definitely read this, but I still encourage you to take a class because there are going to be things that are going to come up. How do you book this? How much should the service be? How much can I get out of these kits? What my investment's $30, but what should I be charging per service? Should I have 1 box per client? Yes, you should. Each client needs to have a minimum of 6. Anything with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, we know it takes a while. So this is not something that's going to be, you know, just a one-time service. You definitely need to have more than one. I would suggest having packages, you know, depending on how long it's been there, typically is how long you're going to need to do to treat it until it goes away. But a lot of it doesn't come unless the client is using home care. And that is no different than you having any other skin, you know, treatment that you would do in your service for your basic services. The home care is really what does the work. Now, the unique part about Say Brazil is that I actually have the supported products before we came out with the treatment, because I did it on purpose. I really wanted to make sure that all of you guys had the opportunity to have all of the products available for people who are starting to look at that. And the reason why we looked at the deodorant kind of being the last one before we rolled out the illuminating products itself is because our natural deodorants, we're seeing a rise in it. One, because it's baking soda free, it's also aluminum free, but because of the lightening agents. A lot of people don't really understand how, especially if you're a shaver, how, you know, deodorants that are aluminum based, and I should say antiperspirants that are aluminum based, really can darken that underarm area. It has nothing to do with, you know, whether you've had any kind of irritation here. It doesn't have anything to do with you chafing. It's literally that antiperspirant ingredients that really cause darkening in the underarm area, especially if you are a woman of color. If you tend to hyperpigment already, especially in the underarms, it's really important to understand what you're putting there can cause that skin to be darker as well. Then you can add on top of that chafing if you rub back and forth here. Then you can add that if you're not waxing and then you're doing mechanical exfoliation because you're shaving. So you really got to understand the big thing there. I've showed my underarms quite a few times. I may come back and show them again. I did have dark underarms. The natural deodorant has really changed them for the better. Adding in our cleansing bars has also helped with evening that skin tone as well, because I'm not using any harsh ingredients that are going to be definitely adding to that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation as well. So, you know, I'm very excited for those of you who are wanting to start this journey. We do have the kits available on our website. Our distributors have kits on there. I see Shannon is in here chatting. She has those kits available as well. And we're really excited because not only are we offering our education classes to support this treatment, but I can't wait to see the befores and afters. I know Shannon has a few of her clients that she's already working on before and afters. Before and afters, as you know, in our day and age with social media, Instagram and Facebook, people want to see what it looks like in the beginning, and then as they gradually get to that place that they're happy with the treatment that's been done. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see the befores and afters on a lot of the clients. I can't wait to see, especially in the bikini areas, especially on the chest and the underarms, is going to be so dramatic because they're falling into the Sabrazil protocol. And what is the Sabrazil protocol? It's really getting people to understand whenever you have any issues on the body, and I'm talking about neck below, it really has to come down with what you do at home. And what you do at home is very important because a lot of us at home don't really realize what we put onto our skin on a regular basis that our skin may not like. So Anaya said, where will classes be posted for California? Yes, and California is with our California Skincare Supply. Shannon, if you could go ahead and tag Kelly in it so that she can come on to this thread as well and respond. I know that they have 6 classes that are coming up. She actually emailed me yesterday. So California Skincare Supply is our California distributor who also has classes. She does plan on having illuminating classes as well. So we will have that as well. Thank you so much, Shannon. So we do have classes that are coming up. I really want to make sure that all of you guys are understanding the support part that comes with it. It's not about just doing this in treatment and upcharging. It's not just about getting those people to really come in and just get the service. It's understanding the longevity. So we're going to book you out for 6 services. There's 6 products in here. 1 kit goes to 1 person. I'm also going to get you on the retail kit. So what I might do is, you know, price this to include, if you pay for your 6, you get your product with it already. If you don't want to commit to it that far, then let's start you off with the daily cleansing bar, because this also has illuminating properties in it as well. If you want to do your underarms, let's start you on the deodorant. Let's start here first and get you here, because it does take a process of going back and forth for that and really getting that together. In Florida, I know Shannon is still on. Shannon, if you can tag LaQuinta for the Florida classes. I know she has some coming there. And then, you know, really getting the understanding that if you are looking at boosting your income for your, hey honey, if you're looking to boost your income and offer a specific treatment with waxing and without, this is something for you to do right away. And that's what I really wanted to have. Why am I pushing the education piece? Because there's a lot of things that you need to know when you start putting things in the top mound. And if someone has some place that they want to start treating, it's not going to be in the actual anal area, but what about around that top of the crack up top where a lot of people have that ducktail area? What happens on the crease when you have someone that has a lot of acne or blackheads on that crease, right as the butt cups down? There's certain things and certain, you know, little tricks that I like to do with people that all of my educators and distributors know about, because it's really important in understanding that it's not about what I do here. It's also about making sure you're doing everything at home. Why do I push the cleansing bar so much? The reason I push the cleansing bar so much is because it helps everything. A lot of us don't really realize we'll take care of our skin. We'll do amazing things to our hair. We'll put amazing products in our hair, and then the rest of the body, we just let it do whatever. All of this is connected. So if I'm going to do amazing products and have just gorgeous, beautiful products that are skin friendly on my face and hair products that do my hair justice, why would I not do the same thing on my body? And that is exactly why we are really, really specific with understanding with our cleansing bars. Our cleansing bars do phenomenal. If you're not using the cleansing bars, if you're not selling the cleansing bars, you are completely missing out on a whole bunch of income, because of the fact that that income will come directly back to you. When people use our cleansing bars, here's the key, and this is why I say, especially if you're doing Brazilian and bikini waxes, especially our personal cleansing bars, if you're not using that or even adding it to the cost of the service in order for them to have it and use it, you're not doing them a great service. You know, every day people wash. The personal cleansing bar is a game changer. And you can attest, if you're in my Say Brazil Wax training group, which is where I'm doing this as well. If you're on Say Brazil on Instagram, I would encourage you to join my training group. You will see everyone discuss the amazing transformations that people have with the personal cleansing bar, especially in the intimate area, especially if someone has issues of scent, if someone has issues of imbalance of pH, if it's very dry. All of those things really change when they start using the personal cleansing bar. On Instagram, are there classes anywhere in the DMV? The closest classes would be with North Carolina with our distributor, Bear Betty's Wax Supply. We don't have anyone in the DMV Philly area. So that would be where you would need to come and get a class. I, again, won't be doing this class at any trade shows. I really don't have time. I only have a certain amount of time to do trade show classes, and typically most people want to do ingrown treatments. Most people want to do waxing treatments. I do believe at the North Carolina show, we're hoping at the, and Shannon, remind me, I can't remember the name of that show. I think it's the Salon and Spa Conference, or the Southern Spa Salon Conference. I think I will be doing a class there with Shannon. We're still waiting on particulars on that. So that probably will be the only show this year that I will do the illuminating treatment at specifically. So, you know, really understanding the bigger picture of, if you are looking at doing any kind of treatments with and without waxing, if you are looking at getting into more body treatments, if people that you're already waxing, whether you're doing legs or arms or underarms, backs or chests, and you do see that people are having those issues, and you do see that people are really wanting to have something that's going to even that skin tone out, especially if they've been picking, especially if they notice where they've had scarring and it's darker than the rest of their skin tone, this is a perfect opportunity for you to not only offer this as a service, but to also boost your retail sales by having them use the home care as well. Home care and your in-service go together. If a client cannot commit to using the products at home, there's no point in me wasting my time and getting their money for it to be when they come and see me. I really give them that incentive. And I tell people, because there's a lot of people that may not want to do it. They may be okay with it. And I said, you know what, when you're ready for a change and you want to see some differences in your skin, then come back and talk to me. Let's commit to the home care. Then we can get it started. Until then, you're going to live with them, and you're going to try different ingredients and products, and your skin is not going to like them. And it's really a bigger picture. You know, I have the tools for you to get it to where you want it to be. It's just whether you're going to commit to it or not. And I've been saying a couple different times that I really want to, you know, do like a mini tutorial of the true way of selling, because I don't really sell. I've never sold. I really just have simple conversations. I understand you may not have any money. I understand that, you know, times might be tight right now, but when you're ready to change, you really spend money on what you want to spend it on. So whenever you're ready for that, I'm here as well. But you going on your own and trying to find things, I can tell you exactly why, when, how, and the reasons it doesn't work. And that's the true understanding as an esthetician. I really understand skin. I'm really fortunate enough to be able to create things that really, really have an effect on the skin. And it's not an effect where it has to be super aggressive. You know, I've heard a lot of people who've been doing vajacials, and you're using peels that you would typically use on your face. You're using it on the top mound. You're using it close to the anal areas. And sometimes that'll work, and then sometimes it won't. And the reason it won't work majority of the time is because there's no home care. The reason why a lot of people don't see the immediate results or the results over long term is because there's really no home care to support it. My thing and my goal has always been, whether you're waxing or whether you're doing facials, anything that you do has to have home care. I only see you for every 4 weeks. What you do in those 4 weeks every single day is really what does the work. And my job is to really help you understand why it is so important that you do have home care. So, you know, home care, whether you're waxing or doing facials, there's no difference. You have to have it. It's a part of what you do for your business and as an esthetician. Where I come in is really giving you those proper tools so that you don't have people that are scared and think there's going to be a reaction, think there's going to be any kind of irritation, especially with our post care, especially with waxing, our retail products for home care, post wax. None of it is to irritate the skin. It's really about bringing it back to neutral and really finding a lot of balance in there. Richard asks, am I going to be doing NASM Pro events? Yes, I am doing Ohio. I'm doing Texas. I know our distributor for Atlanta will be in Atlanta. Our distributor for Colorado will be at the Colorado event. I know our California distributor is going to be doing the California NASMs. And then I think I have 1 or 2 in there. I mean, you know, Richard, I don't be remembering, honey. You know, my memory is bad. But yes, so Instagram, I'm going to tell you bye. There you go. And then for everyone who's in the group, I thank you guys for coming on. Again, you can definitely post any questions that you have here. This is a great opportunity to do it. It can be generic questions. It can be questions that are very specific. The product is available already online. We've actually been having it here in our store, and people have been coming in, like I said, saying, oh, it's ready. Oh, I'm ready to add something new, especially for Valentine's Day. People are really wanting to start that. If you're not a big advocate of having any kind of services where it's in a package, this might be something to have you branch into, because you do need to do this in a series. So you really need to, you know, get a bigger picture happening. So if you're going to purchase the box here, which comes with all 6 of the treatments, in actuality, all 6 treatments are really for one customer. This is all for one customer. Everything that comes into the box is all for one customer. So if you realize that, then, you know, this is a perfect opportunity for you to start working on your marketing. Get those befores and afters. Get that, you know, picture of what they looked like before they came to see you, and then what they're using now, from cleansing to their daily use with the illuminating products, to every 2 weeks they're coming in and getting a treatment. Really like journal and chronicle the changes in their skin to really see some differences, but also to build your marketing book. Everybody wants to see a before and after. Everybody wants to see a before and after. They want to see everything that you do in your treatment room with results. And that's the key to a lot of it. Results come when people follow their home care. And if you don't have the home care available, that's all on you. We've had our home care products for a long time. I always suggest, especially if you're going to start doing any of these treatments, is to really make sure you have your cleansing bar, your personal bar. Exfoliating bar in the jar with the brush is phenomenal. You can keep this in the shower, especially for people who are lazy. They don't necessarily want to use multiple products. You can go ahead and have this and go and just let them scrub. And they rinse the brush off, they close the jar up, and it's very simple. So it's very, very easy for you to really start getting those folks who do have those issues. And we know it. When you wax someone, you know, when you see any kind of ingrowns or blackheads or acne, you know they're picking at home. It's our job to really start educating them and just saying, the more you pick, the more it's going to stay there. The more you pick, the more damage you're doing to the skin. The more you pick, the longer it will take to heal. That's really our job. So, you know, I've been very passionate about doing this just because I've seen a need. I've never seen a brand come out, even for those that are doing the anal bleaching or vajacials. There's really nothing that's targeting acne on the body. There's nothing that's targeting any post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. What happens when you have people that just have dark underarms? What do you do for them? The underarm area is very sensitive. We have a lot of lymph nodes that come in here. You have a lot of people that, you know, wear deodorant. They're not going to want to walk around with nothing on. So if you're going to try to do a traditional peel like you do on the face, you can't do that here. So I'm really trying to bring just awareness of being able to provide these services for your customers, along with the education piece. I'm going to go back to Facebook here and ask some questions. Thank you so much, Richard. The single packaging keeps the cost of service very easy to understand. Absolutely. You know how I am. I don't want anybody to say that they use this. And this is, I had a question. Somebody actually came in and said, well, can I use this in my back bar? And I'm kind of like, well, no, because you remember these have a roll on. So you go roll them on the people? Oh, No. And even for my retail people, I let them know, if you're going to be retailing this and you want to use this on the underarms and use this in the booty and cootie, we're not going to do that. Let's work on underarms first. And then when that jar is done, then we're going to work on the bikini. But we're not going to share this all over the body. You're not going to put it in your butt and your stuff and under. No, we're not going to do that. But now that we have them already decanted for you, we have them specifically measured out for you. Again, it goes back to your cost per service. This, again, is a $30 investment. So typically it's $5. We've really broken it down to you. It costs $5 to do a service. So you definitely will be able to make your money back, especially if you add on to the retail piece. You'll actually be really in the green. It's just getting your timing down and making sure you have enough of it available for when people come in. I'm very excited for you guys to be joining me today. Again, if you have any questions, please make sure you post them below. I will share this on my YouTube channel, so that way if people do have questions, this will also be posted onto our Smooth Skin Supply page as well. We have a lot of tutorials that are there. If you're in the group and this is the first time you've participated in any of our overviews or any of our trainings, make sure that you are going to check our video section so that you can review any of the ones, and I pretty much have a whole bunch that go for most of our products that we have here. So if you ever want to watch any of the training videos that I have here, just click our video section and there's lots of videos for you to watch and to learn. Okay? All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.